More than a more than a dot.
Welcome to More Than That podcast. I'm your host, Lou Mobley. I'm joined by the coolest guy on earth, Dre Moore,
What's good, y'all?
and we are the Philadelphia Dad Pod.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I want to shout out Providence,
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. We see you guys in the downloads. That's so much love. Never been.
Absolutely. I don't know if we're going though. Listen, man, I need to go places where it's warm, man. It's cold up there.
It's cold here.
Colder.
Let's get this thing started with this Fast Five, bro.
What's up, man? So we're going to have an actor edition today. Video. That's cool?
That's cool.
All right. Let's go Samuel L. Jackson or Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
Denzel, no brainer. Forrest Whitaker or Morgan Freeman. Don't fumble it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Morgan Freeman.
Oh, all right. Wow.
Why? I guess they
Okay.
kind of even, but then I gave it to Morgan Freeman because he do the voiceovers for Animal Planet.
Oh, wow. We're going to get Joe Clark. Jonah Hill or Seth Rogen?
I'm extremely biased. I'm gonna go Jonah Hill
Jonah Hill.
because what's the joint? Y'all people,
You people?
you people,
Yeah,
yeah.
the new one? Yeah, that's a good joint.
It's just a more fresher in my mind. You know what I
It's
mean?
hilarious. Seth got some joints, though.
He do.
Lakeith Stanfield or Jonathan Majors?
Off a past body of works.
I mean, that's all we got now.
Because Jonathan Majors due for a big year this year.
He is,
So,
absolutely.
Off a pass, I would have to go Lakeith.
Lakeith, okay. John David Washington or Daniel Kaluuya? That's tough.
I'm gonna go Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya.
I'm gonna go Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, what he what's that? What's the Fred Hampton movie?
You said
Judas and the Messiah. Yeah, that's a jump. That's a jump. All right, bro. Let's get into it. It's more than a dad. So how's dad life?
dad life is great right now. We're Eagles are going to Super Bowl, and my best part of my week is watching my kids trying to learn the Fly Eagles Fly song.
Yo, what?
That's been like the best part of my week, man. Like I can't even lie to you. Like I watched the game at my brother's house, and they were there, and you got
Right.
Osa, not even 2 years old, saying "Let's go" because I'm going crazy, And it's like that's a beautiful experience, Like you know how I feel about sports. It's, I'm in and out. It's a little resentment there, but
Absolutely.
I'm really happy. I played for Coach Sirianni in college,
Right.
so it gave me more of a reason to cheer for the hometown team. And he ain't doing nothing but making us proud, man. So
Absolutely.
everybody's kind of rallying for him, and I feel like every time we go on these deep playoff runs, like comparing it to the last one, like outside of being like a well put together team, it'd be like really. I think the momentum in the city be carrying
Yeah,
them.
absolutely. Yeah, it'd be like a vibe, man. It definitely be like an energy around the team. Like I feel like last time we went to the Super Bowl, it was like big that we was like underdogs and all of that. And now, I mean, I wouldn't say that we not underdog. I mean, we kind of really not, but it's just a different energy. We got like different swag.
Yeah, it's it's crazy. Just new faces, younger coaches. It's like even how the players play. Like I love how humble Jalen Hurts is.
Yeah, my mom just was talking about Jalen Hurts though. I can't even get into it.
Your mom gotta chill.
Yeah, she got chill. Yo. The other day I was over there. She like, man, the Eagles quarterback sexy. Don't even know who he is.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Mom, you gotta chill. She gonna say something, man. I like the way you carry yourself, and I'm like, man, listen.
Man, your dad about to come out the grave, cuz.
Listen, man, they never heard my mom talk about football ever, yo.
You know, it's sick, bro. Growing up, my mom used to feel like that about Michael Jordan.
For real?
Yo, my mom was like big, like yo, the chocolate bald head. You know what I mean? Like she was just like, mom, you was like that's one of the reasons you watching this game because
Right.
of how
Yo,
attractive he is, not his
listen.
skill level or nothing like
Listen,
that.
I never
She's
heard
like,
my
that's the extra. That's the extra.
yeah, I never heard my mom talk about sports. Not never. Dog, she seen Jalen Hurts on TV one time. She be asking me all these Eagles questions. Like, oh, she fully invested. Like you gotta chill, man. Jalen Hurts got my mom in chokehold, bro.
Relax, bro. No, I keep posting when Miles Sanders scored that touchdown and then J.C. Kelsey came behind him doing the dance too.
Yeah.
It was all out of rhythm and stuff. I love Kelsey. I don't know if you know. Like I love everything about his game. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited about the Super Bowl, man.
Absolutely, we're gonna bring it home.
I wanted to ask you, like, where do Philly fans rank among all the fan bases?
I would say we at the top, man. It's biased. People say we got the worst fan base ever, though.
The worst?
Yeah, cause like people that's not from here, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, like we be, for lack of better words, we be tripping. I think we get a bad rep for like throwing snowballs at Santa Claus and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do. We kind of like.
But no, you know, Philly fans, we die hard. Like if you good, you good. If you bad, you know you bad. We gonna call you on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we don't really cut nobody no slack. I mean, as long as you go out there, you play hard, you perform, you know, we gonna root for you, for real, for real.
The way we treat opposing teams in every sport is crazy.
I mean, listen, you got a home field advantage.
Yeah, and it's like they hound you for real. They don't care how great you are or what you did that year, and like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where do we rank among sports cities, right? Because like people always go to the cities that have the most championships, but in the conversation about fan bases, does it matter? Like the Browns supposedly have a good fan base, right? But they don't win, right?
I mean, but if the team don't perform, then I guess the fans really don't really matter. Like if we just go there and like say like y'all got a fan base, they loud, they rowdy, they that's fans. But your team getting smacked, everybody gonna be sitting on their hands, bro. Nobody making no noise.
So it matters if you
absolutely.
So you have to have championships and a quality fan base to like.
I don't even know. You just gotta win because we had a rabid fan base before we had championships. You just gotta win. Like I think we were always traditionally good. Like for most of our lifetime, we've been good. We just haven't won,
Right.
like at all. But we've been good. So like I think as long as like you putting a quality product out there, like the people gonna show up. Because like like when the Sixers was going through their whole tanking phase and all of that, and trusting the process, they couldn't get nobody in the seats.
Right.
But now they putting a good product on the floor. It's a packed house and it's crazy in there. Just how it was like when AI and them was here and all of that. So like I think it got to go hand in hand. Like if the organization is going to be winning, and then you got fans that's passionate about it.
All right, just giving you a counterpoint. Like are people like New England got all them championships? Are people afraid to go play in New England? Like is that like or Pittsburgh or some of these other teams, right? Like that have more championships, right?
It depends. No, it must depend on like the personality.
How do you feel like in basketball? Like Celtics and LA got all the chips, right? Do you feel like going in there is a hostile environment?
I don't think people in LA really that invested in sports, so I don't think they really care. Boston probably though. Boston is like rumored to be like real hostile, like they quote unquote racist.
Right.
So it's a lot of that. It's just so like it's just certain spots. Like I guess it's just the demographic of the city, how the fans are combined with winning. But I don't think you could be losing and then like people scared to go. They're not scared to go play the Browns.
Right.
I don't care how loud they is.
Like y'all not on the field competing.
They're going to be quiet after the first quarter. They're going to yell, and then once they down 20, they ain't making no noise. It's over. So,
Right.
like, I think, like, it go hand in hand. But I think it's a great time. I just was thinking about this the other day. Like, it's a great time for Philadelphia sports. Like, the Sixers is good, and they've been good for the past couple of years. The Phillies was just in the World Series, like, last month,
Right.
a couple of months ago. And the Eagles now going to the Super Bowl. And it's like, we on like a crazy wave right now. To be honest, the Flyers they doing something. I don't know what they doing. But for real though, like we in like a good spot right now, and we young. The Eagles are young. Philly's out here making the right moves. They just made a big free agent acquisition in Trey Turner. The Sixers, of course, as long as Joel Embiid here, we gonna compete. And Maxey,
Woody was the
what I'm saying,
runner-up for MVP 2 years in a row.
Absolutely. So I think like the city just in a good space, like.
I wish it would trickle down to like stopping the violence or something, but
Hopefully, listen, maybe we get some of the murders stopped. We win a Super Bowl.
no. Talk to me about you had said something to me the other day about I think we watched the last Super Bowl championship together, right?
Yeah.
But like when we won, like you thought they called your dad, like
Right,
going
that's the
back.
first person I called. Yeah. That's it. Kind of made me sad. Like it's crazy because the night when we beat the 49ers, it was kind of bittersweet for me because it was like these would be the moments like I called my dad and we had like he was the first person I called when we won the Super Bowl because like huge Eagles fan. So like it was like the bittersweetness of like yo we going back to the Super Bowl, but like dang I'm not even gonna be able to like pick up the phone this time, call my dad, talk to him about it, and like. Yeah, it was like it's real. So it was like I was like going through these emotions. Like I was really like I was happy, but I was like kind of like damn, this kind of nutty.
Yeah, it's a part of missing pops, man. I know my dad. Like, my dad, I think he was alive. Was it a championship in the 70s or something?
The 80, 19, right? No, 7?
So clearly he was
Something like
alive
that.
and
Yeah.
living here when that
Yeah,
happened.
absolutely.
And then his next real championship, really, well, he was hype about AI in '01,
Oh man, oh,
but we came up short there. He's had all these bobbleheads of AI too, like every color jersey. And then in 2008, he was so happy with the World Series with the Phillies,
right,
but we never got to share the football
right,
Super
exactly.
Bowls and
Right.
stuff, right? We never got a chance to share that. So it's bittersweet for me too. Like,
right.
and it might be a part of the reason why for a while I wasn't that invested. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's just that because like you just go back to the moments. Like it's just like that was my whole like my dad always like he watched NASCAR and football. He basketball a little bit, mostly like when AI was here, but he ain't really watched the Sixers that much. But he definitely football. It's funny because like he knew all the players like even in his older age like he like knew all the players. It was like crazy like he just had that love for like football and for like the Eagles. So like it just like it's just a little like I'm gonna be excited like when the Super Bowl here. Hopefully we win. I think we will win. I'm still gonna be excited, but it definitely be bittersweet for sure.
Was that a prediction?
We gonna win, bro. I don't predict nothing else. What? Listen, you know where we from, man? We gonna win. I've been saying it's crazy because I've been saying it to Ern since like week 3. He been telling me stop saying it. Week 3, when we was 3-0, and he could attest to this. Anybody run into him, I'm like, yo, we gonna win the. I'm like, yo, we going to the Super Bowl. He like, yo, you gotta stop saying that. I've been saying it since week 3.
What did you see in week 3 that made you feel like that?
It just was dominant. It just was dominating. We just looked the part. Like you got a team that just looked the part. Like from offense to like our defense playing lights out. Our secondary is good. Our front 7 is good. Our offense is it's no weakness in our offense. We could run and we could pass. We got 2 elite receivers on the outside, an elite tight end, a run game with a running quarterback and a running back that's elite, a big offensive line.
I was about to say we got the best offensive line.
Yeah, we got a big we stacked. We had 4 players on our defense that had over 11 sacks. And then we got 2 corners that's shut down. And our safety would have led the league in he was tied for the league in interceptions and he missed like 6 games. We just was like that.
You know what I was just thinking? Like it remind me of the reason why I'm real big on this Eagles team is like it remind me of our IUP teams, like where we didn't have to throw the ball around all crazy.
Right.
Like we can throw, right? But we can run the ball. We control the clock. We don't turn the ball over, and then our defense play lights out. So the style of the way they're winning right now is to me championship pedigree football. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and you see it like people wear down like, oh, the run game ain't there. It's only 3 yards in the first quarter. Like, why are we running up the middle? You watch TV. Right. Why they them same little runs that you was trying to throw away third quarter?
Yeah, they breaking. Yeah,
and bouncing, going to touchdowns and stuff. So
absolutely.
I just love the style that we're playing in, and I really get a coaching staff, DK, Kanicki, Scudder, all them guys, man,
IUP
Sirianni.
guys.
Give them all the love and praise, man. I'm super proud.
Absolutely.
And my prediction is,
Yeah,
we bring it home.
We're gonna bring it home for sure.
Man, let me get your
We're
thoughts on
gonna
something.
jump into some dad stuff.
Yeah, we could have sports out the pot again.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They've been saying that in the comments.
2 weeks. No, we ain't getting no backlash for that.
I mean, because dads like sports. I'm not going to keep, like, trying to compartmentalize who we are.
Right. We get no backlash.
I had seen something the other day about what if what if your kid go up to you talk about they want their first tattoo, and like what would be your response, like if the age was like something outlandish, like 12 or 13 years old?
You gotta you gotta at least wait till you like 15, 16.
15, 16.
In my head, yeah.
I think I got my tattoo at 19. Might have been in college, and I still was scared that my mom and them was gonna see it.
No, I had got my first tattoo. I was 16. I had got it done at somebody's crib, like like out like 70th or like Pascal or something out Southwest. And I hid it from my parents for months. The tattoo on my arm. I just wore long sleeves in the house.
Oh my god!
I just wore long sleeves, I just wore long sleeves in the house, and well, not even really long sleeves because it was on my upper arm. I just wore t-shirts for real. So I just didn't wear wife beaters for like 2 months. And one day I just was in the crib asleep, and my mom came in, and I guess however I was asleep, my sleeve must have just rolled up,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like trying to like rub it off my arm, like I guess she was trying to see if it was like real or if it was like something I had like wrote.
Right.
She was like trying to like rub it off and like then woke me up. Like I'm like, yo, what's up? She's like, yo, you got a tattoo? Like, I mean, yeah. She like, well, you ain't ask nobody like how you go.
How you do that?
Like you mean like you're not 18? How you like? Well, you don't gotta go to the tattoo parlors. People just doing tats in their crib, you know? To make sure the needle's clean. But yeah, at that point, there was nothing you could do. What you gonna do? Cut my arm off?
Yo, I think that as parents, yo, it's like this ownership. Like I be feeling like that when my kid get like scratches on them and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you got brand new skin. Like, don't be getting no scratches and cuts, right?
Yeah.
Like you have this ownership of like yo, don't graffiti your body up.
Yeah, like, but what you gonna do? I'm not really like I'm not opposed to like tattoos. To me, like tattoos was like a part of like a rebellious thing. So like when I was like around that age, 16ish, and I was like beefing with my parents, like we just gonna get tattoos. My parents, like every time I would come back with a new tattoo, they was hating. It was like getting more and more upset. Like, are you just gonna keep doing this? Like, yeah, kinda. Like,
I don't even know I don't even remember. It wasn't like a negative reaction. I think my first tattoo was my initials on the back of my arms, like the L.J. Smith,
Yeah.
so like everybody was getting when they was playing football. So definitely was a trendy tattoo. Wasn't really original.
right.
That's my only regret. But that's the only tattoo of that I have on my body that's like kind of not like really original.
Right.
So when I came home, it was kind of like, oh, you got your initials on your arm. It was like, it was kind of like it was cool. Like it wasn't like you ain't come back with like a girl name on you or like
Right.
the block you live on. Like it didn't do that. So she was kind of cool. I think she was more mad that I snuck and did it. Like I think she probably was wanting me to.
I remember that like 19, you was like,
Listen, my parents is there.
No, gang. At 19, listen, this is your body.
Bro, you're 19 and my 19, like I was a freshman in college, still like a kid. You expected a kid, 2 different 19s, bro. Like you was a grown person
Right.
with a baby on the way.
Yeah, like 19, it was multiple. Like at that point, it
Man.
was just like, man, whatever.
At 19, I was still asking. I didn't even have a car at 19. At 19, I was still, hey mom, we trying to go out. Can I have a couple dollars? You know what I'm saying? I was still that.
Oh yeah, no, I was 19. I was none of that, bro. 19 is.
At 19, I was blowing refund checks like we ain't had to pay that money back.
Yeah, no, listen. Yeah, at 19, my parents couldn't have probably said anything. Like they still was mad though, like, cause like even if I was coming back with like new tattoos at like 22. Like, they were still like, you're just gonna keep getting these things on your body. Like,
You know, now I
yeah,
think about it, bro. Neither of my parents have like anything that's really edgy about them, bro. Like neither of them. I think they were perfect companions, bro. Like my mom don't try anything new. She go to the same places, order the same meals, like the same exact. You know what I mean?
right,
Like nothing about them is like I'm about to go skydiving or I'm about to go cliff hanging. I'm gonna ride a motorcycle. It was nothing about their personality that was on
right.
the edge of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like even like when I got older, Daddy didn't even like drink beer anymore. Like Daddy wasn't drinking beer and smoking cigars no more. There was nothing about their persons that was like super at the forefront of like some edgy lifestyle.
Right.
Nowadays, everybody's fighting to be unique, and they're at the pinnacle of like something real edgy or risky. You think what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it was different.
and it's funny because like dating my wife now, like, that's what the most thing that I probably hated about myself was like, damn, I feel like I'm in a box.
Right.
So it's kind of cool like that she introduced me to a whole bunch of stuff, but like I got that from them, like these
Yeah.
creatures of habit, you
Yeah,
know.
no, you gotta listen, expand your horizons. Listen, if they like 15, 16, you wanna get a little tat. As long as they like something stupid. I would rather you like go there, I was thinking about getting this tattoo, whatever, then we could discuss it and maybe we could get me versus like you go get something dumb on you.
I think to me, what I care about is like knowing me. If Manny and them get the age, like I'm gonna get tagged. I'm more so like, well, I know an artist. Like I know good artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so then
Like I know people that's not you're not gonna have no infection and you.
but then at least you avoid them from going out here and trying to like do it behind your back, and you can make sure they get something thorough because like if you don't got like a tattoo party tat on your body, then I just think that you really didn't like do nothing as a kid.
Bro, when we was all having tattoos in that little 17 and 19 age, like it was just like mom or like people
All
names.
tattoos is trash.
Right,
If you
like-
don't got a trash tat, then you wasn't really like you mean you really like square kind of.
If that's the standard and my son come in here with like a 3D, he
Right.
got white in it, like you know what I
Right,
mean?
it's going crazy.
It's going crazy. Like yo, who did that to like? No, my dad paid for it.
Yeah, see.
You know what I mean? Daddy take me to places where it's $150 an hour.
Now he gonna be the privileged kid.
Oh man, that's hilarious. We ain't never had that experience.
Yo, it's crazy, yo.
Moving along, man. Like, let's get into some of these social media topics, dog.
As we should.
Oh man, I was seeing this video with this guy. He was talking about like how he don't physically discipline his kids, and that he loved them so divinely that even the thought of disappointing him would kill them.
Right.
So like, how do you feel about that philosophy as a father?
I agree. I think that your kids should have a level of like, if I do this, I'm gonna disappoint my parents. Maybe it'll make you second guess, depending on how they look at you. Maybe it'll make them second guess their decisions a little bit more. Or maybe it'll make them think a little bit more before they do things because like physical discipline is temporary.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how we was talking about on a previous episode about like the lady who cut her daughter hair off and like she could have beat her, but the beating is temporary. Like so when we was having that discussion, it was like we know that kid didn't agree to like rather get her hair cut versus getting physically disciplined because physical discipline is temporary. That was something that was permanent that you shouldn't do. But to bring it all back, like I think that your kids having a level of disappointment will mean more to them than the actual idea of a beating. Like if you like at a certain point, like I know I'm gonna get beat. Like it just is what it is. It's gonna last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe, and then it's over. And I'm gonna lick my wounds, and then I'm gonna go back to doing what I'm on.
Right.
Like it's just like it's not really. At a certain point, it wears off. When you small and you little, and like kids fear discipline, like little kids, like they fear getting physically disciplined. But as you get older, like the physical discipline don't really like it don't do nothing. I had to tell my mom to stop beating me one day, yo.
How did that go?
She beat me. One day, like I was probably like 16, 17, something. I was like 16. We was in the kitchen. I forgot even what I did. It don't even matter. She just kept like hitting me and like saying what she's saying. Like she's hitting me and I'm like, yo, stop hitting me. And like she's still hitting me. So like at this point, like I'm taller than my mom, like I'm bigger than her, so I kind of just like pin her, like hold her against the wall. Like pin her to the wall, like yo, just like stop hitting me, yo. And she just like she like she like you just going and I'm like yo like stop hitting like calm down you calm like she just yelling but I'm like yo chill like I can understand you don't gotta hit me like we could talk so I'm like I let her go and I just like walk out the kitchen and like go upstairs to my room so I'm just like man I'm about to just go to my room like as I'm like closing the door behind me as I'm closing the door she's coming through the door but now she got like something in her hand
A broom or
she
something.
just start going up top I'm like yo what the hell like are you serious? Like,
Yeah.
like we just had this conversation. Like, yo, I know I did something wrong. I know I messed it up. We can have a conversation about it. I'm gonna remember. Like, this is not doing nothing. Like, this is you just getting your rocks off. Cause I'm not even care about this. You know why? Because like nobody, for real, like, and this is like the God's honest truth. And like, I don't even want like people to think like it's not really like that. But y'all out here living, so y'all know it is like that. When you go out here, you doing something bad, yo, you not thinking about getting beat, yo. You not thinking about it, yo. I swear, yo, you're not thinking about it.
Right.
Like you're never, like it's never like, dang, I ain't gonna do this. I'm gonna get it beaten. No, you know what I'm thinking about? Like I'm thinking about how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna get away with it.
Right.
Like that's what it is. Like it's never the thought, like, dang, I'm gonna get beat if I do this. Like you, like, no, how I'm gonna cover this up. Like that's how you thinking. So like the physical discipline is, it's irrelevant. But if I feel like yo, I don't want to disappoint my parents because I look at them like this and like that emotional stuff will kill you more. So like I agree.
I wanted to tell a quick story. So,
Go ahead, bro.
so my last beating, my last beating was in 4th grade, and I still remember it.
Yeah, that stuck with you.
Yeah, bro. We was in James Alcorn. Everybody know South Philly, James Alcorn. We health and PE. We was actually having the health side of the class this week, and we were in the classroom. Let's say there was like sex education or something on the board, right?
Right.
So the class is just bitten on like the sexual parts, and it's a nuts class, bro. Like sex ed is just wild anyway. But it's just
Right.
it's being taught by Miss Fuller. I still remember her name. Can't wait to run into you again. But so she's up at teacher. She's teaching, and everybody's joking the whole
Right.
time, and nobody's focused. So even like I was always a good student, right? I would say like I was an honor student, but all the guys, you know, from the streets, from the projects, everybody up there, they just is making the classroom chaotic. So I fell into this loophole of like, yo, I couldn't stop laughing either. And she had picks. So instead of like doing something to get the class to come back and calm down, she was just so, I guess she was disappointed in me that I was
Right, that you was
laughing.
falling
So
into.
she picked on me and started going ham on me, like, I'm going to call your dad. And I'm like, he ain't going to do nothing. I'm just laughing. I made the awful mistake of saying, you ain't going to do nothing. So when they went downstairs and went me to the office, they called home, Mr. Lewis, yeah, your son up here misbehaving in class, and he said you ain't going to do nothing.
No,
Right.
cuz.
So my dad come up there, he yoked me all up. He take me home, and he take me to the crib. We go to his room. He get the famous belt with the gray duct tape around that jaw for me.
Yo, what
And, that joke was like a little,
from ancient times.
bro. That joke was like a regular belt that you put through your pants, and like it was like split. It was like a well conditioned belt. It had tape to hold it back together. So he like yo, turn around, and he started beating me with the belt, and he realized I was a chunky kid, y'all. Like he realized that he ain't really getting to me. Like and I think he hit me as hard as he wanted to. Like, my dad in the 70s,
Right.
he going there, like, and I'm not like.
He's
Then I
not mad
realized,
at-
I realized like, he not gonna stop beating me until I cry. He ain't gonna stop beating me until I cry.
Yo,
So like I had,
beating is crazy.
I'm like, he ain't gonna stop beating me till I cry. So I'm like, damn, I gotta like act like I'm hurting. Like he getting me.
No, yo.
So I say all that to say, eventually I outgrew being a big kid, and I respected him for
Yo,
never.
what the fake crowd was.
Right.
Yo, was ugly.
Bro, like I don't even know how I mustered up these tears. I think I was disappointed in him back. Like you doing this to me, I love you. You know what I mean? So I
Yo,
started like fake crying or whatever,
yo,
like, and he stopped or
yo.
whatever. But I will say, I eventually just lived my life not trying to disappoint him or my mom based upon how much they loved me and poured into me. So I
Right.
identified with the quote that I was saying over social media, like your parents love you so defiantly, like you
Absolutely.
know. So I end up I still live like that. Like if you hear some of the stuff I say, like yo, my mom gonna be proud of that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like so I
Yeah. Yeah.
still live like that at 30 something years old. Like so, I do agree with the philosophy. Like you know, unfortunately, I don't have the best patience. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think that's if we ever to talk about like things I'm working on in fatherhood, that's always a task is the patience,
Well,
man.
the kids are still like little, so like when our kids little, like I'm gonna touch you up. I gotta touch you up because you don't really understand.
Right.
Like you only respect violence. Like when you small, you only respect.
No,
When you,
that's Ash, bro.
yeah,
So,
Ash only respect violence, but when you little, you only respect violence. Like it don't really. So I gotta touch you up a little bit. But the older you get, the more conversations we gonna
no, that's a fact, man.
have.
I wanted to get into this last one. This was interesting that I seen. This surfaced last year, and I never got a chance to talk about it on the pod, but it came back up
Right.
recently. So this parents, you know, father and mother go to the school. They blacking on the administration, like going at them full throttle, because they are having so many issues. Like when they kids get on the school bus to go home, they losing the kids. Like the kids are being
They
not
lose-
dropped off at the right spots or just on a bus, just they don't know where they at.
right.
And even it was the one time that the father said was like, yo, it was even one time when my son was like telling the bus driver like, don't pull off without my sister, and he went anyway.
Just ignore them.
Yeah, so he was like, so the parents went out there, they were just snapping on administration. Like, if you was the dad in the situation, how would you have handled it?
We probably gonna tip on them, yo. Like what, yo? You can't lose my kids, yo. Like, you know what it is? It's like no explanation for it. Like you can't explain to me like why my kids aren't on the bus. Why did you leave without my kids? Why did my kids get dropped off at the wrong stop? And I had to almost tip on this bus driver that had Lil Dre one day. I pick him up like when I pick him up, they drop him off at this bus stop, like that's in Chester by the store. So like I'm sitting by the store, and I'm sitting there, and the bus go past, but I'm like not even really paying attention because there's a couple buses that go past. So the bus go past, and Dre called me. He like, yeah, the bus driver missed my stop. I'm like, what you mean? He like, it's a different bus driver. So I'm like, all right, well, where it going? So he like, oh, go down. It turned on Edgemont. I'm like, all right, I'm on the way. So I'm like, where you at? He like, oh, I'm by the Dunkin' Donuts on Edgemont. I'm like, all right, well, like, yo, tell the bus driver to drop you off. Like, tell him open the door, let you out. So I get to Dunkin' Donuts on Edgemont. The bus ain't there. He ain't there. Now I'm on the FaceTime like, yo, where you at? He like, oh, I'm still on the bus. Why are you still on the bus? He like, oh, the bus driver boy wouldn't let me off. What you mean he wouldn't let you off? Like, yo, you on the phone me tell cuz to let you off the bus, yo? Like what is you on? He going through Chester doing like I'm hawking the bus. Yo, I'm behind the bus. Cuz yo, let my son off the bus, yo. Let him off the bus, yo. Like what is you on? You can't hold him. You rode past his stop. And now I'm like, yo, let him off right here. You can't let him off? Bro, stop playing with me, yo. You my kid, yo.
You know, I think one thing in society we overlook because like school and all this stuff, school buses, transportations to school, all this stuff is such a normal part of society. You don't be realizing like, yo, this is my kid. Y'all can't lose my kid.
Yeah.
Like it's things that happen in school, and like I give teachers credits, and I appreciate the service of everybody doing, but these my kids.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are my kids. Like, you can't lose my kid. You can't have my kid. Like, I wish Manny would be like, yeah, I don't know where Osa at. The bus driver pulled off without her. I tried to stop him. What?
Right, and that's speaking of what I was saying about the Lil Dre situation, like not even listening. He telling you, yo, you left without my sister, and you like, I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna go. Just like the same way like dude was like Dre trying to drop him off, you just ignoring him. Yo, cuz.
When you work, bro, when you work in school, it just be your job. Like, it's like this is the part of my job. I gotta be on time for my schedule. I'm trying to get off by 6. Like, it be that. But this be people real lives. Like, that's my real kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? They say
Yeah.
like that's a that's a big deal. Or you missed a stop and you kept going. Now I'm chasing the bus around. Like, you affected my day now because you.
Like, what tip? Like, where are you going? Like, how do you even, like, it's not, like, I don't even, like, and I know people are like, yo, you got protocol and maybe you couldn't stop. Man, listen, Cuz rode past his stop, let him off right now. Protocol was for you to drop him off there. Now you're going to drop him off where I tell you to drop him off at. He getting off this joint. I'm not waiting like, oh, my next stop is 20 minutes over. No, I'm not riding behind you. Bro, let him off the bus. Hey, him off the bus, cuz. Like, what?
Did you eventually like pivot in front of the bus?
Yeah, I
and
put him
stop?
on the side like, yo, what's up, cuz? He just looking. It was like some poppy boy. I don't even know if he... Do not cancel us. I do not know if he spoke English or not. But listen, cuz was in his bag. I needed my youth. I had to pull up on the side like, yo, what tip you on? My son right there standing next to you. Let him off the bus. He going with me. Like, yo, what tip? I'm like, Dre, that's a regular bus driver. He like, no, I never seen him before. All right, well, listen, man. Hopefully he don't never drive the bus no more.
You was a follow complaint, bro.
Listen, cuz, no. I don't even get into that. Just give me my kid back.
No, man, this was fun, bro. Man, thank y'all for listening. Go Eagles.
Absolutely, yo. Fly,
Oh,
Eagles,
man.
fly.
Fly Eagles fly, man.
Listen, Jalen Hurts, stay off TV.
Tell your mom the shit.
Tell my mom to chill. Nah, keep doing your thing.
All right, y'all, man.
Until next time.
We out.
We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than a dad. More than a dad.